Hi everyone, Zadira here. This is Ark Survival Evolved and this is my Primitive Plus life. I'm sitting here on the dock by our Mystic Mayhem base here on Primitive Plus. It's an official server. Been playing here for quite a while, and I was sitting here with Cuddles. Cuddles is here by my side, and we were just thinking about, you know what, it might be fun to kind of share this with everyone. So I thought, well, that would be kind of a fun thing to do. We're on the island. Let me put away my fishing pole. Haven't seemed to been catching much today, but you know, you never can tell what you're going to catch or what you're going to find. You have to be careful when you stand up so you don't fall off. But this is our little dock that we built on. Let's get up on Cuddles, and you can see, have a little bit better view. This is our dock. A lot of you who have played the island and are familiar with the island layout know right where this area is. We love this area so much. It is considered kind of more dangerous area, so it's not the best area to start out on, but I just love it. I love the peacefulness. I love the ambiance. You can hear the birds singing and the waterfall, water gushing down the waterfall. There's enough danger here that it just suits me just fine. We do get the, every once in a while, we do get alpha carnos, alpha raptors. And if you're noticing, I'm having a little bit of trouble with the grass kind of sparkling, with the lighting being kind of bright and doing kind of weird things. See how, if you look out there, how that's just kind of odd. If anyone knows the correct settings, I would love to be able to fix my settings so that they are better for viewing and for playing the game. But a lot of you know right where this is, I'll bet, as I'm walking around and showing you. This is that peninsula that juts out into, this is where on the very, here I can show you on the map where we are. What's that? Did you guys see that? Let's see if I can get it. There we go. So you can see better. But if you can see my arrow, and I don't know what that mystery bill is. That's for a mystery building that I put on the map on Ragnarok a long time ago. And it's still there, but it's not for here. But anyway, this is the area. A lot of you, I'm sure, are super familiar with this area. A light drop, a beacon drop that comes down right here, that when I first started out, I made sure and watched and got this whenever I could, just for the nice things that I could get. And then another one drops right below here, and those are great for helping out new people. But anyway, that's the location where we are. The actual base, I built my base way over here. When this server first, okay, all right, Cuddles, it's fine. Let's get these guys. We won't have any problem. That'll just be some extra food, huh? I built this base when the Primitive Plus servers first came out. I came on this server and built a little tiny 4x4 along this river, and have just kind of moved around and ended up staying here the whole time. This is our base. We built this bridge so we could cross the river easily, and look like this guy, he's wanting to get into some trouble, I suppose. Let's see here. Yeah, getting Cuddles. Cuddles was given to me when we first started playing by a friend that had their base over there on where we were just now, but those people have since left. And it's actually super quiet and super peaceful around in this area right now. But this is our base, and we just love living here. Maneuver in and out. shut the door. We don't want the door to stay open. Because even though it is considered fairly safe, like I say, we do have the random alpha raptors, alpha carnos, and every once in a while we do get an alpha rex, and that's when it gets a little bit scary. So I don't have a lot of really super high creatures. It's extremely difficult to tame on official, compared to, we're so used to all of our fancy modded servers, and we have Structures Plus on all of our servers and all that. So being on an official server is more difficult. So I don't really tend to really worry about so much about taming things, or we certainly aren't on PvP. So I don't worry about raiding people or anything like that. This is my server just to come and enjoy life and have a little bit of a tranquility, and I can come in and just do what I want to do when I want to do it. I had a friend give me this amazing Quetzal too. As people have left the server, they've wanted to donate their animals, so I was glad to adopt them and take them under my wing. You cannot do that any longer unless you're in the same tribes or like that, but you can't claim other people's dinos any longer, or for sure. Well, you know, I can't remember now if you can gift people claims, but I know if people leave the island now, you are not able to claim their dinos. But this is the outside. I've built these little individual barns, barn areas for, here's the barn for the smaller creatures. Then we have the bird cage back here that we're able to easily go in and out of. We used to have a lot more birds, but a lot of the tribe members come and go, and this is, like I said, the server that if somebody wants to come in and just play on official for a minute, they can. But we don't need a lot of dinos on the server, so I like that. But this is for the medium-sized dinos. So we have what we need pretty much. We definitely have safety. We have utility dinos. If I need wood, oh my goodness, Professor Wood goes out and he gets enough wood for everybody. And then we have Dottie, and she's amazing too. She goes out and she's able to get all the stone. We don't really need a lot of that anymore. Mainly we need to go out and get meat, and this was another gift. Oh my goodness, this was the best gift ever. Let's see. I don't think it has the original name. I think this guy was shared around by several tribes. It doesn't show, does it? Let's see. Oh yeah, there it goes. Tribe of Anita. Tribe of Anita. If you're still out there playing and you see this, thank you very much for this Rex. I didn't even change the name. I know Tribe of Anita gave it to somebody else, and that person gave it to somebody else, and then I was gifted it. So, like I say, this was, oh my goodness. Well, that wasn't very nice, TX. He was showing off, I guess. But we're able to get that armor by doing achievements, so I put that armor on him, and he is my main go-to for getting meat for these bunch. And so then I have Jilly, and she's my berry getter. We don't have to worry about danger or anything, and we just go out and get berries right here around the base. So anyway, that's the outside of the base so far. This is the more medium to large little pen. I just like having these little pens. Our trough reaches all of these guys. I'm pretty amazed, huh? I wouldn't have thought it would have reached that large of an area, but it works really great. I have one feeding trough, and I'm able to feed all of them. Here's the little greenhouse. I have so many wonderful plants because in Primitive Plus we have extra special plants. And it just looks so cool having these fun plants. And you're able to harvest different things from the plants in Primitive Plus to make special things. Let's go through and see. This is the grapes. Let's see. I'm having a hard time figuring out how there we go. All right. See, we have grapes, and you can eat them or use them for grape drinks and wine kind of drinks, I guess. This is the barley. This is the barley, and see, you have fresh barley. Things can be dried. Things can be ground. Things can be squeezed into juices. This is the tea leaves. When I first started playing on Primitive Plus, there was kind of a bug, I guess. I guess you could call it a bug. But you could use tea leaves for taming. And oh my goodness, before the devs were able to fix that, people went crazy using tea leaves. The great thing with the tea leaves was you could tame super, super duper fast. But you ended up losing some of your tame efficiency. But people didn't really care. I mean, it was difficult. It's difficult to tame on Primitive Plus, just like any official server, really. So people went to town with that. They're supposed to be, here we have, of course, the citronelle. It's just the plain lemons, but look at the plant. Isn't that cool? There's supposed to be different crops, supposedly, that do tame with higher efficiency and to tame better. But people are kind of confused. Everybody's doing kind of a different... We've done different testing on it, but we can't quite... It seems like they change things about the time we figure something out. So right now, I don't remember exactly what items tame the best. I'll have to maybe go look that up and remember in my brain which ones work. This is sugar cane, and we're able to make sugar. See, that's what that looks like. Fresh sugar plant. Cashew tree. I thought this was really funny. It seemed like a cashew tree should be really big, but it's kind of like a bush. But you can get cashews and grind them up and use those. Here's the lettuce. I just love all these. See, you get fresh lettuce. This is the tobacco. Of course, you can make cigarettes. I haven't ever done that. I'm not sure really about that because I definitely don't like cigarettes in real life. So I don't think I'd want to smoke cigarettes in game. But here's the rice plant. It's so great how they... this is the savor root, our potatoes like we have in regular game. So we have the regular items as well as the ones for Primitive Plus. Here's the tomatoes. Isn't that fun? I just love how they did all these. See? We get fresh tomatoes whenever we want. And carrots, we know about the rock carrots, and that's the long grass is the corn. Oh, I'm picking it for some reason. We have wheat, and you can grind that. You can make bread and all kinds of different doughs. Cookie dough and cake dough. And then the sorghum. So anyway, those are all the plants that you're able to plant in Primitive Plus. Have a chest down here that I put my fertilizer in, so it's easy to access that. And I used the little wooden, this is the Primitive Plus lumber glass door, just to give it a kind of a rustic look instead of doing it all glass and all metal. The metal just doesn't seem to really go with the Primitive Plus look. But you have to have it for the, if you notice, I have the 300% for the greenhouse effect. I was able to use these and still have the effect. But anyway, and it's raining. I don't think I have ever taped any game or made a video with any game without it raining. That's kind of a running theme, I think. Oh my goodness. This is where I did my water, and please don't be judging me. It's just all I could figure out to get water to my greenhouse easily. But I ran these pipes. I used to have these little, they're called stone fences. Let's see, if I go into my crafting, they're little, let's see, I probably don't have any stone. Let's put this in search. Fence. They're called a big stone, oh yeah, you can't see them. A small stone fence and a big stone fence. And they're so cool, and I was able to hide my pipes because they fixed it so that you have full collision with those things. You can pretty much put them anywhere. And They lined out this whole entire pipeline right here and made it look like a little stone fence area. But after you log out and then log back in, the stone fences disappear. So I quit trying. But this is my mess. I would give anything if we had a sink like Echo has in her RP and decor mod, that you just place a water bucket down and that is your water source. It just would make it so much nicer. I mean, in part, it seems like more like it'd be primitive plus type thing. So maybe they might consider doing that. But see, I had to run it all my piping all the way over here to get to the water. And I see that all the time on official servers that where we don't have that a mod. It just makes a mess. There's everybody that builds on official servers, you have pipes and wires going everywhere, and it just looks terrible. But anyway, it works. I just wanted to be able to bring in water to my greenhouse. I guess you guys can see how I did that. I have the water taps. I'll show you. I have the water taps. You can barely see them. But see, I just was able to run them, and they sit right on the ground, so you don't really see the water flowing above you, and they're more hidden. So I kind of like doing my water that way, and these are all irrigated, even from that distance over there. So that worked out really well. Alright guys, that's the outside of the base. I think I'll end this little video and start the inside. There is a lot to talk about. I want to get your opinion though. I painted the bottom part of the house the red, and I'm very I'm torn. Should the top part be painted too, or should we have a little bit of contrast? Or is there another color that would, I thought about maybe the forest green possibly might look kind of nice, or paint it maybe a darker brown or something. What do you guys think? I almost feel like if I paint it red it would be too much, but it might look the best all painted red. Let me know what you think, guys. I'm just really torn. I go back and forth. I'm not sure how it would look best. Just let me know. And for this, I think we'll end the little video here. Next episode, we're definitely going to go inside. There is so much to show indoors, so that we may have to divide that up into 2 more episodes. But there's so much with Primitive Plus. It's just amazing what they've given us. Some of it doesn't quite work yet, but we'll try to figure out, maybe between us all, maybe we can figure out how to make it work. But for now, I appreciate each and every one of you so very, very, very much. And we'll see you next episode. Bye!